Hi guys, I've done another video on my Raymarine DragonFly. For those who have viewed my earlier video on updating the software, thanks for watching. Just to let you know, Raymarine have released version 10.9 of software. So if you wanted to update to the latest software, the process is the same in my first video. Just go to Raymarine website and download the new version and then follow the video to update. What I wanted to show you this time around was how to input GPS locations to your DragonFly. I prefer to do this at home rather than trying to do it while you're out in the water. What I normally do is do my research first and find a series of fishing coordinates that I want to input into the DragonFly. You can find plenty of coordinates that are available on the various fishing websites, and they are easy to find. Just select your location. I type in fishing GPS coordinates Sydney, as I'm in the Sydney area, and this will bring up a number of websites you can go to, including the Department of Primary Industry, which logs the offshore artificial reefs. When you've selected your GPS coordinates and you want to add to your DragonFly, all you then need to do is go back into your DragonFly and punch in the coordinates. I'll talk you through how this is done. Okay, to enter the coordinates into your DragonFly, what you need to do is select your chart application and go through and input the coordinates from the actual chart. Because I'm doing this with the boat out of the water and I don't have any satellites that I can pick up, I have to go through and run simulation mode to enter the GPS coordinates. To do that, you go to your tools and settings page. You then come down to system settings, you go into there. This will bring up a series of menus. You just drop down in the menu until you come to simulator, and you select that and you turn it on. Once you've done that, go back to, just push the back button and go back to your normal screen and select chart. Then you select chart application. Now this runs in simulation mode, enables you to log in a waypoint as if you're out in the water. So the next thing you need to do is to input a waypoint. Is you just, in the middle of the joystick, you just push that in to select OK, and it'll bring up another menu on the side which enables you to place waypoint, navigate to a waypoint, go to existing waypoints, tracks or chart setting. But we want to place a waypoint, so we then press the middle of the joystick again for OK, and it'll place a waypoint. There it is, it's placed waypoint number 12, and then you go OK. So I'll go OK, it actually threw in another one. So now what you do is you come down to waypoints and drop in, just select the waypoints that you've input. Now they always put them into an unsorted area on the waypoints groups. You just push the joystick button in to select that, and you can see here's a series of waypoints that I've just actually put in then. So we'll go to waypoint 13 and we select that by pushing the joystick and selecting OK. Now this will bring up the actual waypoint that's been put in. Now the reason you do this is so that you can put in your own coordinates for the various fishing locations that you want to go and explore. But what this does, it enables you to come in and make changes to this particular waypoint and put in the actual waypoint that you're looking for. Now you can push in the OK button and you can select whatever symbol you want. Because I'm putting in a waypoint for an artificial reef, I've selected this one that looks like a fish in a box. I thought that's closest to an artificial reef. So you select OK. Now you can come down, you can change the name of this waypoint. So you just select the OK by pushing in the joystick button. This will bring up your keyboard. You'll have to go across and delete the existing information there so you can put in your new name. Now you are limited to the number of characters that you can put in, so you have to be a little creative, otherwise you'll run out of characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in A for artificial. Come over here, I'll put them all in caps. You can change it to caps or lowercase. Just select caps and then go back up. So A for artificial, then O for offshore, and then R for reef. So we've got in our new waypoint name, artificial offshore reef. You can then come over on the keyboard down to save, press the save button. Whoop, that went to delete, went too far. Press the save button. So that's now going to tell me I've already got a name in there, so I've already got that name in there. So artificial offshore reef. What I'm going to do, turn that into numbers, make it number 7. That'll enable me to save that. Come down here now and save. Okay, so there it is, artificial offshore reef 7. It's sorting them into groups. Now you can actually put them into whatever groups you want to do. It originally or defaults to unsorted, but if I was to select that, you'll see there's create a new group. I've got some already in there called fishing spots and Moreton Island, which was for a trip we did recently. So you can create a new group and call it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave mine in unsorted, and we'll go back. Now we come to the GPS coordinates. Now this is where you change the coordinates to the new coordinates you want to go and fish. So all you do then is you select that by pushing in the middle of the joystick for OK, and it'll bring up the actual waypoint, and you can change that. Now for example, the waypoint that I'm going to put in is 33 degrees 50 by 7 9 7, and in this case it's south. Now I've got to go in and do this next one. Now I know that it's not going to let me change that. I want to change that to 151. So what you do is I delete that first, that number. It goes back to south, which I've then got to reconfirm again. And now it's come over to this new number. I'm going to go back here and enter 1. Oops, that's the wrong number. Go across. You've always got to go across. This is a bit laborious. Once you get used to it, it's okay. The number is 15117, and I'm just pushing the side of the joystick to move across. 17 9, push across 8 8, and in this case the direction is east. So now that I've got that waypoint in, I push the save button and it puts in that location. So the other things that you can do in there is you can enter some other relevant information if you've got it, or you can come down to the bottom and you can put in a comment. Now that might be about the type of fish that that are located at that offshore location, or whatever else you wanted to do. So now that waypoint has been saved into our waypoints list. Okay, so that's the process for putting in waypoints. As I said, it's fairly straightforward. It's a bit convoluted when you're having to put the name in, but when you're in your chart application on the DragonFly, it's just simply a matter of pushing the middle of the joystick for OK. That brings up your menu, which enables you to place the waypoint. You just select OK by pushing. It'll bring up a waypoint. You select OK. As I said, that will sort those waypoints into an unsorted group. You come down to waypoints to edit that waypoint, and it'll bring up the page of waypoint groups. As I say, it's sorted in unsorted. You select that. You have to rotate the dial of the menu button to bring you down. Now, it's popped down there. That's the one I put in, Artificial Offshore Reef 7. Select OK, and that brings that waypoint up, and you can change that detail there to any new details that you want, and then resave it. So, as I say, what I normally do is I get a series of 5 or 6 or 7 GPS points that I want to fish the following day. I enter them all in at night and then go out in the morning. Now, what you can do once you've got all those waypoints in your list and you go to your waypoints, which is a really nice thing on this. You scroll down to the bottom of that waypoint, down to go to, and if you were to select that by pushing in the OK button, that actually will then draw a line to where this waypoint is. And when you're back in your normal fishing location on the water, it'll just take you directly to that waypoint. So it's a really nice little handy feature of the DragonFly. And you know, once you get used to it, it's fairly easy. As I say, typing in the names for the waypoints can be a bit laborious, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. So fairly straightforward. Okay guys, that's how to input your GPS locations into your DragonFly. Hope you like what I've done. Check you later.